Let's go, girls. Only wanna. Yeah, I was just hanging out. Some little West Coast town, California dream. Yeah, she was shaking them hips, sang along. Ready? She was a heartache on the dance floor, heartache on the dance. She's moving through my mess. You can try.
This is a little bit out of my comfort zone.
Today is a new kind of video for you guys, a part of the motivational series Motto Moving Forward. I ask, I learn, and I share. And so today I have a special guest joining me, which I am so excited about. We actually grew up together. We met when I was 5 and she was 8. Paths have just crossed again, and I am grateful to have her on video today and have her share her story, which is amazing, and you guys are gonna love it. I really hope that it touches something in your life, or it can help you help someone else in your life, or whatever it is. She has a powerful story, and I hope that you guys love it.
Oh, hello, my name is Meghan Simmons and I'm 23. I have a pretty interesting health story. Kind of the topic is almost frowned upon today. Something that you don't want to talk about. You don't want to say, hey, my name is Meghan Simmons and I've been mentally ill for 22 years. That's just something that you don't say. Now, you know, Brittany's encouraged me and a few others have encouraged me to potentially, you know, help others. And so here I am sharing my story.
Just doesn't feel right without these bad boys.
Issue going on now for 22 years. Like I said, I'm now 23. Basically, when I was born, I had a head injury. And later on, when I got older, my parents noticed, you know, there's just something not right about this kid. Super sad all the time, severe separation anxiety, kind of odd behavior. This kid is not right. Fast forward through up until high school, suffered from depression and anxiety. And I was diagnosed with a severe depression disorder, a severe anxiety disorder, as well as a mood disorder. And that was, you know, it was pretty, I would say, manageable until my junior year of high school, when I started getting really sick, super sick. I was passing out and throwing up, as gross as that is, before school. I'd get so anxious to go to school, my body would just completely shut down. At that time, I was also having a bunch of GI issues. Went to the doctor a bunch, getting all these tests done to figure out what's wrong, and they said, you know what, we think you have Crohn's disease, which is an autoimmune disease affecting the intestines. And that made sense. But then there's also this anxiety disorder that, like I said, I had my whole life, but just flipped out my junior year. And so halfway through my junior year, second semester, the high school said, we can't have you here anymore. Like, you can't be a part of our school anymore because you only show up 20% of the time. So they ended up putting me on home and hospital, and I was homeschooled. That was a pretty crazy experience, to be honest. Finished up half of my junior year and half of my senior year just being homeschooled. I graduated. The depression issue was still kind of going on. The anxiety was, you know, on full blast. And it just got worse after I graduated. Started a career in the fire service. I went to EMT school. Still not sure how I got through that with this anxiety problem. I went to school, went to college to be a firefighter. This issue progressing. I turned 21. I started laying in bed around 20 hours a day. I would get up for 2 hours in the morning to go to the bathroom and eat. I'd go to bed the rest of the day, and then I would get up again to eat and go to the bathroom, and the rest of the time I was asleep. I hid this issue from everyone. You know, where's Meghan? Oh, I can't hang out with you, I'm busy, but no, I, you know, had this severe depression or disorder where I couldn't get out of bed. Didn't tell anybody that because it's, like I said before, you know, it's frowned upon to say, oh, I'm mentally ill. Yeah. You know, that sounds like I'm crazy, and I'm not crazy. The Meghan that you see right now, worse and worse and worse. And my parents were kind of like, you know, we don't know what to do. The whole life, you know, we've done therapy, we've tried every medication, we've done so much for you. Can't let you lay in bed 20 hours a day and, you know, rot, I would say would be the right word. If you see this, Mom, you're a superstar. You did so much for me.
We love you.
We love you, Mo. Real MVP.
Go, Mo.
Go, Mo. And said, I have this new treatment for you, which I had heard so many times. Meghan, we have this for you. You know, therapy, medication. I did hypnosis. I mean, crazy stuff. Anything to make, when your kid is that sick, I think you'll do pretty much anything it takes to make them better. I said, God, you need to make this work for me because I don't have much left in me. What we did was transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy. And boy, is that a mouthful.
Yeah.
What that is I went in every day for around 2 months and had this huge machine strapped up to my head. And I was in there for an hour each day. Magnets just reset the chemistry and the chemicals in your brain. This is a pain, and I most days go there, kind of through a fit. And again, when the chemicals in your brain are all messed up like this, you'll have totally irrational behavior. You know, at 22, 21 years of age, I'm every day having these crying fits and laying in bed, and you look at this person, you say, this isn't a person, like, what's wrong with you? But again, it makes you do some crazy things when those chemicals are off in your brain. And I had pictures and proof and tests that the chemicals in my brain were way out of whack, and that's what was causing me to react this way. So 3 weeks in, I'm not kidding you, I was cured. I came out one day and I felt completely fine for the first time in my life. I didn't have any depression, I didn't have any anxiety, and that is just the craziest thing. God, literally, thank God.
God had you on that.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. From then on, I finished my treatments. I had to learn then to live this new life without having this issue at all. I was a completely new person, and I had to learn that I like, the things I don't like, because they were all new now. The way I thought, my thought process was completely changed, and just so happy each day, like waking up, didn't lay in bed anymore, didn't have crying fits anymore, would wake up, would just go, go, go.
Moving forward with your crazy journey and your crazy life that you have experienced, and it's all that you have known for 22 years of your life, how have you been able to carry yourself forward another year of basically brand new life? It's almost like you're like a newborn. I mean, really. I mean,
It
you have
is.
like a whole new
Oh,
way of
absolutely.
life.
Yeah, I'm learning so many new things about myself and just learning how to operate now as this new person. And it's been a super cool journey, to be honest, getting to decide everything now for myself. And moving forward, like I said, I went to school to be a firefighter, and that was my passion, and I loved it. I've decided to change careers and do health and wellness coaching, specializing in autoimmune diseases, as well as mental illness, because those are two huge parts of my life. Didn't have this bad of a 22 years to not dedicate the rest of my time here helping others deal with these same issues. I hope I can just help as many people as I can.
Yeah. And that is too why I have her here today, because I think that her story is amazing. She's going after something that she has been through as a hardship to then give it back to other people and help other people, which I fully admire.
I like how we keep getting closer and closer throughout these videos, like you started over there. And she loves me.
With living with something like this for 22 years and not talking about it with your friends and family, and not being able to feel like you were able to lean on the people in your life, what would you tell them now if they're just now hearing this?
Sorry that I didn't share my journey and my struggles with you. My family and I, my mom, my dad, my brother, and myself, no one else knew. We did a phenomenal job at hiding it from people and lying and bending the truth, because it was embarrassing. You can't say, oh, my kid's mentally ill. Sucks. It just doesn't work that way, and I wish it did, because if you get a broken bone, if you break your arm, or if you get the flu, you call your boss and you say, hey boss, I can't come in today because I have the flu, I have a broken arm. But you can't call your boss and say, hey, I can't come into work today because I have a broken brain. It just doesn't work that way, and I want it to. I don't want people to be embarrassed from this,